Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chris. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. I'm doing well.
I think it's a Thursday today.
It is a Thursday, and hopefully it's the day that the Warriors win the NBA Finals. People are going to hate me for this, but hopefully, yes.
I don't think I knew that you were a Warriors fan.
I mean, I did live in the Bay Area for 4 years during their little dynasty era. So, and I don't really watch basketball unless they play. So I guess
I think the Warriors, I read this recently. I think they were the San Diego Warriors at one point. Am I making that up?
I would not know.
Maybe one of our many viewers can fact check that for me.
You know who used to be from San Diego too? R.I.P. the Chargers.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Welcome to Sports with Chris and Carla.
Right? Taking a turn.
That's right. But no, we're not talking about sports today. What are we talking about, Carla?
Today we are talking about alumni. I think that, we've been in operation as a big picture learning organization for over 2 decades. And that's beautiful. And it's important to highlight alumni stories, and we have throughout the journey of Cup of Joy. And I wanted to bring on today's guest to kind of someone who I've been working closely with and learning a lot from. I see her as a mentor as well, really good friend. And also part of the BPL board, which is a really cool kind of trajectory to have an alum also on our board, which also says a lot about what we think about our alum too.
Sure.
So,
you ready? Here we go.
Yes, I want to bring on Natalia Marte.
Oh, I had changed that. It's been a while. Here we go.
Hey y'all, how's everyone doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm happy it's Friday Junior, so that's a vibe.
Yes. Did you say Friday Junior?
Junior.
That's Friday
Thursday. Yeah.
Well, I got to use that.
I love that actually. Okay, tell us who you are. People don't know. People probably know who you are. People probably don't know who you are.
Got you. Hey y'all, I'm Natalia Marte. I am an attorney at the New York State Supreme Court, Appellate Division, 4th Department. I know it's a super long name. But in essence, I'm a clerk and I do criminal and civil appeals, which is super dope just because you get a variety of different cases and super interesting cases to work on. I'm also on the BPL board, and I'm also co-chair of the Big Picture Learning Alumni Association, along with my girl Carla. So,
tell us, what school did you graduate from? And if you want to reveal the year, you can. You don't have to.
Yeah, I feel like I'm still at that place where I feel comfortable revealing the year. So I'm an alumni from the Met Providence, which to me is like the best Met, but I mean, everyone has their own thing. No shade to y'all.
Chris, you gotta go. No, just
I said nothing.
I graduated 2010. Which seems like so far ago. I mean, it is so far ago, but still, yeah.
But also all that you've accomplished within, what is it? Going on 13 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is inspiring. What does it mean we talk about alumni, but given where you are, right? Like, what does it mean for you to be an alumni of a Big Picture Learning School?
Yeah. I mean, it means a variety of things. I think first and foremost, I think it's a privilege to be exposed to like a different system of learning and a huge support network. I think for me, if I hadn't gone to a big picture school like the Met Providence, I wouldn't have really understood that there's different ways of learning, especially when it comes to like individualized learning and how important that is. And that's been sort of like a thing that I've like carried on with like every like different facets of life, right? There's not one way to learn. There's not one way to advocate. There's not one way to like teach, things like that. So that's been like one thing that I've carried on through my experience at the Met. And I mean, I think that like the support network that you get as a student and alumni, I mean, I don't think that is comparable to, I mean, of course I'm biased, right? But I don't think that is comparable to like any other school, right? Like you get support from a variety of people while you're in the school, but also like after you graduate. Like I'm still in touch with my advisor like 13 years later. Like if I need a recommendation letter, I can like text her, hey, miss, I still call her miss to this day. I'm like, hey, miss, shout out to Tracy, by the way. I need a recommendation letter. She's like, I got you. Like no words, no anything, she knows me inside and out as a person. I'm still cool with all of my advisory mates. Like we're practically family. So yeah, you have that support network.
Yeah. I think what's really cool, and I feel it coming from you, and but definitely for me, is the sense of advocacy that I feel like I totally grew into being part of a big picture school, because it's like you have to advocate for your own education. You kind
Yeah,
of get that sense of agency of like, I'm gonna do what I want to do and learn what I want to learn, and these people are gonna help me do it.
right.
And to see it translate into adulthood, I think is really powerful as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, So we have been working on, so we've started the Big Picture Learning Alumni Association. Thank you so much, Chris, dropping it. Check us
That
out.
plug.
Kind of like as a response, in a way, it was interesting during COVID. But I want to know, and then also I've seen you a lot at a lot of big bangs, which people don't know. People in the network know about a big bang, right? But right now we're working on how do we get alumni to Big Bang, and also why is it important for alumni to be at Big Bang?
I think that there's a number of ways that there's two reasons, right? Like one, Big Bang is a great way for you to get reconnected to the alumni at your own school, but also to extend your network to a bunch of other BPL network schools and like alumni as well, right? And then also like it's a way for you to reinvest in yourself, right? Like you never know like what connections you make at Big Bang, and whether that's like from advisors or other people that invest in big picture. Like there's a bunch of folks that are readily available to like help the students and also alumni. I feel like that would be like the best platform and like I guess like space to be in if you kind of want to reinvest and like develop your network and also just get support, right? So yeah.
And I will build, in addition, it is also really cool. Me being an educator and going into education as part of like my outside, trajectory. If I were, as a teacher, let's say an advisor, connect with alumni and hear about the ways that they were able to benefit from certain practices or teaching methods or even just community building, I would want to know that, like it's like we both help each other in that sense.
Right.
Um, I don't know, Chris, if you wanted to jump in. I'm sorry, I'm just throwing it
Yeah,
to
no,
you.
I got a question, but first, I think the lead was buried a little bit. We've got two former alumni of the year on this broadcast, so shout out to both of you all who
Yes.
have received our Alumni of the Year award in the past. Natalia, I have visited big picture schools before where students don't actually realize that they're part of this larger big picture network. So when we think about the term alumni, it really doesn't go beyond just I'm a graduate of the San Diego Met or the
Right.
Met Providence. As a communications person at Big Picture, like how can we better help BPL students and BPL alumni understand that they're part of this larger network?
I think it has a lot to do with like the narrative and the messaging, right? I think that there's a number of reasons why students are interested in going to like a BPL school. Like at the time that I went, it was mainly for like safety reasons. Like this is the school that I need to go to in order to actually learn and not get involved into like fights or like messes or like gossip or whatever. And that was sort of like my goal. And I just happened to fall in love with like the mission and the vision of BPL, right? Well, of like the Met Providence at that point, because I didn't really understand like the structure. And I think that one way that like we could improve folks just understanding that they're part of a larger network is just knowing that like you're not just part of them at Providence, but like messaging and like maybe do like an info session as part of like orientation, right? Like this is Met Providence or Met San Diego, but there's like a whole bunch of other BPL schools across the entire nation. I mean, even like internationally, like we have BPL schools, right? Like you're not just part of US, but like international schools are also part of the BPL network. And I feel like that just makes you feel more connected to kind of like the mission and the vision, like the cause, knowing that there's a bunch of other people that are having similar experiences as you and that you can connect with after your tenure at your own school. So I think it has a lot to do with like the messaging. So
That, and I also wanted to build that. I think one of the gaps we were trying to fill and are currently still trying to fill is we've noticed that there are a lot of network opportunities for people post college, right? And a
yeah,
lot of our schools say, like you can be interested in doing whatever. So why do we limit the networking opportunities and just opportunities of growth to people in their 20s? Like why can't we do that to like high school graduates,
right,
especially if we have a big network? That is, I think, also to kind of bring people from small schools into a broader community to say we are all have a similar experience, let's support each other. And you don't
right,
have to go to, like college isn't for everyone, and we know that, also based off of our own experiences at internships and real world learning. And it's that support, I think, that I also wanted to, that for me is really special.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I'm always, I don't know if there's a question coming up, but I just want to kind of like piggyback on that. I mean, I think that just going back to how like alumni can like reinvest into BPL. I mean, like there's been a number of times where Arthur, who's a principal at the Met Providence, or even Tracy have contacted me and they're like, hey, like I have a student who wants to be an attorney. Can you, just like speak with them and kind of let them know of your experience? Like, I was the first in my family to be an attorney. I never had that unless like Tracy connected me with someone, right? I think that that's like a great way for alumni. Like if you have a certain position or like some type of network or whatever that can be utilized by a VPL staff member, like you might as well just reinvest into the school. So yeah.
That and literally any skill can be a learning opportunity for any student. Literally, whatever job you're doing now, and I'm speaking to a lot, anything you're doing, connect with us. There's probably one young person or someone in school right now that is probably like, this is what I might be interested in doing or learning more about, and who can I talk to?
Right.
Oh,
like there's an alumni that does everything that we need. Like, come on now, we have the biggest alumni network, I think, in like probably any school. So yeah.
Come on, alumni, put me out of a job, right? I did not graduate from the Big Picture Network.
You gotta go. No, just kidding.
Right.
Like, can I just very quickly, because I think you say some names because you love them and you don't take them for granted, but because they're part of your heart. Shout out to who I assume you're referring to, Arthur Baraff.
Yes.
Macy Terranova, is that right?
Yes, there we go.
All right, so shout them both out. Here we go.
And with that, okay. Well, where can people find us? So we know that people can find us at bplalumni.org. They can also find us on Instagram. So go on IG. Thank you. And then I think it was spelled Instagram. We're gonna be at Big Bang this year. And we're gonna have a table. So you're gonna find us out there everywhere. If you see my face or Natalia's face, talk to us. Anyone, principal, advisor, student, you can be whoever you want to be. We're open to connect. Any last words, Natalia?
No, I just want to thank y'all for creating this space for me. And again, shout out to Tracy Terranova and to Arthur Barav. I love y'all. Seriously, like if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I am today. And yeah, I hope to see alumni at Big Bang and looking to further develop our network. So yeah, thanks y'all.
Thank you, Natalia, for joining us. Appreciate you. Till next time.
Well, for Natalia, right? We're still here. I'm going to draw some assumptions here because I don't think I realized that Natalia was clerking for the New York Supreme Court office. I also know her passion for like justice. I just want to put it out there because I know she's still in the green room. When you are a sitting Supreme Court justice, we'd like to have you back on the Cup of Joy Cafe.
Please.
Just put it out there. All right, Carla. Any closing remarks?
Follow us. If you're a current educator, connect with your alumni. And I hope you make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.
See you at Big Bang.
See you.